we continue our celebration of National Sandwich Month. Happy to have Phil Korshak from Home Slice back with us. Second appearance on the show here.
Yep. Thanks.
I was just telling you, Phil, you're known for your pizza too, and it's so hard for me to go to a pizza place and not pick up pizza. But this is a pretty good temptress right here too.
Good
At least making a difficult decision, right?
Yeah, well, you know, all we're really trying to do is emulate that beautiful New York Italian food made by immigrants over 100 years ago, but made the same way 100 years later, with love, with integrity, using ingredients that are in quality for people who are quality.
Right.
What's easier than that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would we bring here?
And delicious. What's more delicious?
So the first thing that we start off with is the bread. The bread is an Italian loaf made at Home Slice Pizza, and this bread came out of the oven. Smell it.
Look
Just
at that.
smell that.
And so soft.
That does smell
It
great.
smells amazing.
About
and
a
you
half
said
hour ago.
You love to just walk in the kitchen in the morning, smell that freshly baked bread.
It is the thing that makes me get up in the morning.
I bet.
Because the smell of bread is the smell of people taking care, the smell of people really understanding that everything makes a difference. And so using really, really legit Italian bread with sesame seeds is the way to go. And so we take the bread and we lightly toast it, lightly, so that there's a texture within it that's different all the way across. It has the crusty outside, a little bit of a crusty inside, and then just that beautiful flesh.
So when you come in there, is everybody else in the store like, don't go near Phil right now, he's having a moment with the bread. And then we can get on to everything else.
They just walk in and go, oh, it's the guy. Yeah, look at him.
Okay, they do that too. Okay.
So we start off with the bread, and then we go in with the mayonnaise.
And you're generous with it.
I am generous with the mayonnaise because I am a generous human being.
We appreciate that. We appreciate your generosity this morning.
The mayonnaise goes on. The mayonnaise is a dollop to a dollop and a half. If I want to be technical about it.
Precise measurement.
Precise measurements.
Okay.
But what you want is enough for it to have that sort of oomph, that sort of love, that little bit of lusciousness.
Luscious.
On the bottom part is a piquant provolone, which I forgot.
Oh, man, Phil, you left the cheese
I left the cheese out.
Restaurant?
Now, the upside of it is this. There are plenty of my friends who are dairy-free.
Okay.
Lots and
So
lots
this is
and
the
lots
alternative.
of them. And in the same way, the people will come to the pizza shop and want a dairy-free pie and substitute red peppers and artichokes.
There's a million different ways to do it.
There
in a
are a
sandwich.
million different
We've
ways
still
to do
got
it.
great ingredients
So
here to
then
add.
you're looking at
we can overmeat this
the
one.
ham. The ham is a low-sodium deli ham, and this ham was sliced, I don't know, about 35, 40 minutes ago. And the point of it is that it is razor thin.
Love that.
And
Why do you think that is that we, because I like that too, the really thin meat. You'd think you'd want a bigger hunk of it, but no.
I think it comes down to the texture and what
Texture.
you know, I mean, like, it's that great scene in Singing in the Rain with Sid Charisse, right, where the wind is blowing through her dress. Yeah, right.
So that's why we like our ham?
It is this.
Thin ham.
Now we're looking at a Bianco d'Oro hard Italian salami. So the Bianco d'Oro is going to have a heavier, peppier, more peppery taste and a little bit more of a harder texture to it, which will complement what's going on with the ham really, really well. After the Bianco d'Oro, we go for the Genoa Salami. The Genoa, likewise,
very thin.
is sliced razor thin.
And you said this comes from the northern Tuscany region of Italy.
So the Genoa comes from a town called Genoa, and Genoa is in the sort of northwestern, portion.
Cooking with the side of geography.
Portofino.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
know
like
where your food comes from.
It's important because I mean, like, you gotta think about where the food came from. You gotta think about who those people were, and this is the Capicola. So a Capicola is a spicy ham that comes from more of the northern western region closer to Venice, which makes sense given the spices that came through there. And my favorite thing about the Capicola is that the way the fellas back in Brooklyn refer to this meat is as gabagool.
Gabagool.
What's better than that?
You know, I would rarely ever say who needs cheese because that's my favorite food in the world. But with all of this that you have going here, I don't think we're going to miss it too much.
I will miss it. I will miss it because I will miss the beautiful creaminess of it. I will miss that part.
I'm just transfixed watching you put this thing together.
So then you're looking at shredded iceberg lettuce. Dead simple, dead lovely. Nothing fancy is going on here at all. The only thing that's going on is people wanting to do something with integrity. And then finally, the sauce. So what we have is an Italian sauce that is secret.
But it's Italian. You got a little bit of
This is made on house, and it was made by the recipe of the Queen of Pies.
Okay.
Just a little bit of dressing, just a little bit to give it a vinegary punch.
I like that.
Love it myself. Now, for me, I would then add hot cherry peppers.
Whoa.
So hot cherry peppers are a vinegar hot pepper.
I don't know about that.
I can catch that vision.
That will give you
I've caught the vision.
a zing
zing.
like you read about.
Okay.
Like you read about. So then, after the cherry peppers, I'm going to go in with really thinly sliced and just accent, just a little bit of the red onion.
Okay.
And the sweetness of a red onion, right? The sweetness of a red onion is like the sweetness of a grandmother. You know, it's a little bit punchy and a little bit, you know, pointy.
Yes.
But so sweet.
So we
and
need a
lovely.
little bit of that on our sandwich.
Every day I need
Punchy,
that.
pointy, sweet grandma.
Yep.
So then the tomatoes. The tomatoes are farm fresh tomatoes coming out of San Antonio, Texas.
We like that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I've really loved about working in Austin for the last close to 10 years is that the accessibility of local produce
Yeah, a lot of it.
is hugely different now than it was beforehand. And I love seeing these small independent farms just being real and making food that matters. So then you put it on the top on it, give it its hat,
Voila.
There's some.
and then a cut.
Beautiful, Phil.
That is sandwich performance art.
Absolutely
courtesy
beautiful.
of Phil Korshak of Home Slice. And it's just one of several
Yeah.
out there. And oh, by the way, there's pizza.
And then there's pizza.
But-
and then there's dessert. And then there's other things.
I tell you what, but we're happy
the
to celebrate the sandwich.
cheesecake.
That
Yeah,
is-
right.
that is one of the best sandwiches I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Thanks so much.
Someone's going to get to eat it. Thank you, Phil. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks.